What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing a new product from Boost Auto Parts on our 2018 Silverado, but I say let's go ahead and begin with a below freezing cold start. Well, as a wild clap wagon goes by, here's what we're going to be installing today. We've got their new retractable step. So here's the mechanism itself, our brackets, and then the step, which we optioned with the foam pad, the triangle cutout, and it in red because, you know, it only makes sense. Got the hardware, some new stickers, the foam cleaner, and then a crispy new lid. Always appreciated. But yes, I know these trucks do come with factory steps in the bumper, but once you lift them and put big wheels and tires and stuff on them, it's not as usable as it once was. You got to step up pretty freaking high, and if you got your hands full, you're gonna have to grab onto this to use that, and it's just not, like I said, as usable as it once was. So having this nice little retractable step to be able to kick down, step in, and get into the bed is gonna be nice. And so we're gonna go ahead, throw this baby on, showcase it, experience it, give y'all my feedback on it. And once again, huge shout out to Boost Auto Parts for always supporting the channel with products and whatnot. So I'm pretty excited about it, see what it's like, and maybe we'll have to throw us some retractable steps down the side. That's gonna look good as well. Step one is gonna be taking your main step bracket and your main mounting bracket, line those up, two on the top, one on the bottom. Take your combo bolts, thread these in on the top, and for the bottom, go ahead and take a regular bolt, lock washer, regular washer, thread it in there. Now just grab you a 13 mil and go ahead and tighten them down. Now you want to lay it on its side, take your final bracket with your last two combo bolts, screw those in, but do not fully tighten them down yet. We'll tighten them all the way down once we get everything lined up. Now take your step, flip it over, take your T-bolts, slide those into place. We're going to be staggering these. Just like that. Now just take your step, put it into place, line your bolts up. Just like that. Take your washers and then your nuts. And you don't have to tighten these down. We're going to be adjusting the step once we get it mounted onto the truck. Now when you climb underneath, we're going to be removing these two guys with the bracket on the back side and then this nut right here. That's how it's going to mount onto the truck. So 18 mil, let's go ahead and pop them babies free. Now for this, you're going to need a 13, 16 or a 21 mil, and you'll need the same thing on the back side to keep it from spinning. And you might need a little cheater bar too, because they're usually on there pretty dang good. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our whole assembly and set it up into place. Get it on that front bolt, and then we're gonna reach up in here with our new bracket, line it up, go ahead and throw our bolt or our nut on this single piece. Push this guy up into place and get that bracket lined up. It might take a little persuasion. Now we can go ahead and grab our washer, lock washer, and our nut and get those on there. Feel like the step's probably blocking y'all, am I right? Here's what I was trying to show y'all. The bracket, the new one comes in from the back, and then just throw your washer, lock washer, and your nut on there. I'm gonna get the top one on there, and we'll tighten them down. And these are gonna be an 18 mil or an 11/16, whichever tool you have that you can get in there best with. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this guy up. You can use a 10 mil on here, but I just find it easier to go ahead and use 13, 16 on the back side. Now that we got that guy tightened all the way, we'll go back into here and get these two bolts that were holding the two mounts together fully tightened. And these are gonna be with your 13 mil. So here's our step in the fully upright position, which is great because it's mostly hidden, just enough room in here to get your foot on it in order to pull it down. But we're just gonna go ahead and adjust it to where we think it is best suited. We want it out enough to actually get our foot on it, but not sticking out to where it looks weird. So I'm gonna play around with that, and then all you do is tighten those four bolts up at the bottom. They're fully tightened down now. Everything is nice and secure. We got it positioned like I want. This sticker right here is there for the same reason why they have do not eat frozen on frozen pizzas. We're gonna peel that guy off, but I guess they wanted to warn you that you don't want to go ahead and slam your hand in here and get mad at them because you didn't understand that this retracts and goes back up. Either way, it looks nice and clean. It's tucked out of the way. Might go wash the truck. It's also really freaking cold, so I might not. We might run a whole B-roll with the dirty truck. Either way, I'm going to peel that sticker off, and we'll get this thing out and see exactly how it looks, how we feel about it, put it to the test. Truthfully, your boy is so sick and tired of the cold that I, in fact, did not wash the truck, nor did I even go anywhere. We're still here at the farm, but I wanted to end the video off by doing a full walk around so y'all can see how the step looks on the truck in the upright and downright position, as well as actually test the step out to see how it functions and if it actually makes sense to get a step to go under your bumper that has a step built in it. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and I do apologize because we've got crazy traffic zooming by, as well as just an unlimited landmine of crunchy leaves. So I do apologize about the potential audio issues, but let's just go ahead and get a side profile, because truthfully I was worried about it hanging down so much that I was not going to like it and not want to run it for very long. But pleasantly surprised, I don't think it does. Honestly, unless you're looking for it, I don't think you're really even going to notice it. And you could definitely opt for not doing a color with the foam pad, and that's going to make it even more discreet. But honestly, like I said, really doesn't look bad at all. So I'm tickled with that. Doesn't even hang as low as the spare tire. Truthfully, I don't even like the hitch that's on here because the freaking thing hangs down so low. It's an awesome hitch, but still hangs low. That's just my kind of taste. But happy to report, it's pretty freaking discreet and it doesn't bother me. So you can of course adjust the step itself to stick out farther and everything if you need it to stick out farther. But you got, like, you know, some skinny pointers on, you can just reach up in there and grab it like this, which I had it all the way shifted over, tucked away as much as possible. And thankfully, because it's metal, aside from the pad, you ain't got to baby this thing. Just go ahead and kick that sucker straight up into place. And thankfully, the way that they engineered it is super easy to install. If you have the tools laid out, you can probably get this done in like 30 freaking minutes. So that is always appreciated. It looks a little goofy in the down position just because of the arm. Definitely don't want to be cruising around with that. But if your buddy's got one of these, go ahead and just slap that baby down when you don't see it, and he'll be cruising around looking like a knucklehead. You obviously don't want to leave it like that because you could potentially snag it on something. But obviously, as you see, it works good. Slides up and down. It's not hard to pull out, and you can just kick it up into place. And it sticks out much farther, about half more. Well, probably the full step is farther than what you would put your foot into here. It's easier to get in. Yes, there is no question about that. It is definitely easier to use this new Boost Auto step to get into the back of the truck. You don't even have to use your hands. I will give you one warning though. If you step too far up on it and just yeet yourself, you will absolutely obliterate, like OG Razor scooter to the shin, obliterate your shin, which I did once, and now I have learned, and I will not do that once again. So just don't step too far up on that thing. But it's super easy, and you're not going to fall back because you do have enough of your foot on there, versus if you go for this step, it's obviously much higher. You're going to have to grab this, which not that big a deal personally, but if you want like just an extra creature comfort, you just have this step. Just step on there, no hands required, not going to fall off. And just smack that guy up into place. So when Boost Auto reached out to me to see if I wanted to showcase this for y'all, I was a little hesitant because truthfully, I'm not a big step guy, but I figured let's go ahead and give it a shot. And so I'm pretty happy with it. Honestly, I didn't know to begin with whether or not I was going to leave it on the truck for the long term, but as of right now, there's really no reason why I wouldn't. It's not bugging me, doesn't look weird. It's actually useful. So with that said, y'all know Boost Auto. They're great guys over there. They make a ton of awesome products for pretty much every truck on the market. Hopefully have like 50 more mirrors on several other trucks that we recently acquired. I've had like 4 at this point. They've all been absolutely amazing. I really want to run some of their new electric fold down steps as well, the powerful ones. I have a set that we were supposed to be one of the first to do months and months ago.
for the VMAX, but because I have a special truck with extended cab short bed, we had some brackets that were in some really weird spots on that stream. It didn't work out, but either way, maybe we'll get a set for these. I don't know. Or this truck, I should say. My words ain't worded because I'm freaking cold, y'all. I'm so sick of winter, but I'm also not ready for 100-degree heat either. Either way, there she is. 2018, so it's 14 to 18. Step install, 30-minute install. Looks good, functions good. I mean, unless you're just an absolute buffalo, I don't think you're gonna have any issues with this thing, like bending. Yeah, it's freaking sturdy as crap. So with that said, hopefully you did enjoy. Drop a comment, leave a like. All links will be in the description. And with that said, see y'all boys in the next one.